So wild to hear people talking about how it's just conspiracy and falsehood about the book that was published, or that we found was published either before his death or after. Now, I had heard that there was a book that was published on the 9th or 10th, that wouldn't have made sense because I myself have published books. And so I was like, let me go see. Now, as I said, I don't know what book they were talking about, or I didn't know which book they were talking about, but I went and searched for books myself. What I'm about to show you are the screenshots I took deliberately from the A to Z platform. And then I'm going to show you something very interesting, at least from one, because I only looked up one before I said, let me do this video thing right quick. So here are the books. All right, so those came from my phone. Those are things that I screenshot myself. So nobody was like, oh, these are made up, or I didn't screenshot someone else's screenshot. I literally opened my app because I am one of those influencer people for the A to Z platform. But also, well, which is why I have the app. But also, I looked up the books myself and I've been publishing books for like 10 years. This is my very first book that I've ever published back in 2015. Well, this version I did in 2018. It's a book I published in 2023 or 2024. I can't remember. This book I published in 2024, an ADHD word search book. And here's one of the books that I just published a couple weeks ago, actually, at the top of September, I think, or end of August, one of those two. So I just showed you a span of books that I have personally published myself. Why? Because I wanted you to see from 2015 to 2025, the process is still the same of it taking about 3 days for a book to be uploaded as published. And look, these words come right from their thing. It takes up to 3 days for .com and up to 5 days for other markets to show the book in stock. So you should be able to link within 48 hours. That's detailed pages, whatever. So the availability, I should not have been able to look it up and find these books. I should not have been in less than 24 hours time. Okay, it says up to 3 days, but usually it takes 2 to 3 days. And so there's just no way those other books could have been published and findable that quickly, because even still it takes about 72 hours for your link to be live enough for people to find your book without you giving them the direct link. Okay, so it doesn't make sense that these books that I found and the books that people are talking about even existed where we can easily find it by that time. Now, there's a creator on here, and I'll share it in my repost, of someone who had the book in their hand, or digital. I don't know if they got a digital or whatever, but according to them, he wasn't supposed to be, he was supposed to survive. Interesting. So after I saw their video, I said, you know what? Let me go look at one of those books that, again, that I got off of the app, right? That I saw with my own eyes and my own search and whatever. Let me look up one of these authors. And this is what I got. So I decided to look up all the books that I just showed you. One by one, I did each author. Is there a book? No, not at all. All right, let's try the next guy. Adam Smith. That is such a common name. Well, let's see. There's a trick there. You click on the author's name so you can look just for their books. Nope. Nothing here. Not a thing. And he got a lot of books. All right. So let's try the next book. Okay, so this is Rowan C. Whitford with the E on the end. They flipped it to without the E. He had no book. All right, let's look up Joseph Francis, which is like a religious leader name or something, right? But nope, nothing there. Matter of fact, I saw Jose Joseph Francis at the top of that. Still nothing. Next book, Paul Zimmer. This guy had a picture with his, so... Oh, look. Let's make sure that picture was correct. That's him. Huh, he only has one book. Interesting. Next, see. Oh, look at that title. Look at the subtitle. Interesting. Next author. Nothing there. Okay, so it says it's a part of the collection, right? Okay, the New America collection. Should have 5 books in that collection. Let's see, Biden, him, Newsom, that. We're missing a book. What? You said 5 books, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe this is it. Let me double check. 5 books, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's click it. That's not the title. It's a different title. Interesting title, though. The media is lying to you. Huh. Wait a second. Hold on. I just had a thought. What if that John guy buried the bone just now? If you notice, the title of that last book was The Media is Lying to You. Oh my God. Oh my God. That feels like a message. Interesting, right? This author doesn't even exist. And it is September 14th. And I saw this on September 11th. So I gave it like the 72 hours for that book to go live. That book is missing. What happened? So did you notice that each one of those books that I just went over, I went to the app and I went and looked for the author. Now, y'all, I found those books myself. I went into the app and screenshot those books myself, but they're all missing? Explain that to me.